Rooty Toot was released in 1951 through United Productions of America, or UPA for short. We talked about them earlier on this list with The Unicorn in the Garden, and now's a good time as any to talk about the company, because the studio is a rather forgotten pioneer in the history of animation. UPA was founded by Zach Schwartz, David Hilberman, and Steven Basustow. All three men were former Disney employees who ended up leaving the company after the animators' strike of 1941. One of the reasons they left was to break free of Disney's strict rules on animation. The three men wanted to experiment and try new styles of expression. The company started out by making cartoons for the US government to help with the war effort. But when McCarthyism started to create a rift between the government and Hollywood, UPA set out on their own in a very competitive market. The company finally hit stardom in 1949 with the debut of their most iconic character, Mr. Magoo. And from there, UPA flourished in the 50s, releasing a slew of iconic cartoons. More of which we'll be getting to later on this list, but for now, let's check out Rooty Toot. The plot is based on the hit song The Ballad of Frankie and Johnny, which tells the supposed true story about a young lady who kills her boyfriend after catching him with another woman. The short takes place in the courtroom where Frankie's on trial for the murder, and the event in question is told through flashback. Or rather, sung. Yeah, this is a musical cartoon. The music is one of the highlights, composed by Phil Moore, the very first black musician to work for the Hollywood studios. His jazzy nightclub style really complements the animation. The animation especially stood out, done by many other former Disney employees like Art Babbitt and Grim Natwick. Each character seems to have their own animated identity, from Frankie's ballet-like walk to Nellie Blythe's slithering limbs. For its time, nobody had ever seen anything like this before. Critics described it as something completely new, something more adult. One thing I find curious is the way the story is told. It's very similar to the Japanese film Rashomon by Akira Kurosawa. The story of a murder told through flashback from the point of views of everyone involved. The movie had come out in America around the same time as Rooty Toot, receiving critical praise and putting both Kurosawa and Japan on the cinema map. It even won the Best Foreign Film Award at the Oscar ceremony in 1952. It makes me wonder, could Rooty Toot's director John Hubley, or someone else on the crew, have caught an early screening of Rashomon and decided to adapt its storytelling style to this cartoon? Probably not, but it's not a bad theory either. That being said, there is no doubt that Rooty Toot changed the rules of animation forever. Even though its subject matter prevented it from being shown on public television, that doesn't mean it's not a worthy addition to this list.